to have both of you on this evening. Thank you very much. Lisa, you first. Michelle Field's been consistent with her story. Would you take her case?
Oh, absolutely. You mean if I were on the civil side or for the prosecutorial side? Look, here's what we have. We have a victim who's told a consistent story. We have a videotape that corroborates her story. We have an independent witness, the Washington Post reporter, who corroborates her story. And on the other side, we have Corey Lewandowski and Donald Trump, who have told multiple conflicting stories. So unless the facts change significantly, unless a new video emerges or something else happens, I think this is a slam dunk for her side.
Mark, do you believe Michelle Fields has a legitimate case here?
No, she has no case here. There's prosecutors across America who are laughing about this right now. There is never going to be a conviction. You can count on that right now. The worst that'll ever happen to him is pretrial diversion. My guess is that sober minds will prevail. This case is, but for presidential politics, it's a joke. And contrary to what Lisa says, the problem is going to be is that the Secret Service is going to back up Corey and Trump, and they're going to say that she was the one who was reaching and that they were batting away. There's no way that this case ever ends up in a conviction.
Well, they might say that, but we have a videotape, so we don't have to speculate as to what might have happened. We can see that she's not reaching for him. At most, she has a very dangerous weapon in her hand, a pen. Perhaps that's a pen bomb that's about to explode, as Donald Trump says. I mean, please, the pen is mightier than the sword. I don't think that's a dangerous weapon.
Here's a question, though. If you're traveling and if you're that close, if you're traveling and you're that close, the Secret Service has already vetted you. They do allow reporters to have writing instruments because otherwise they can't do their job.
Because they're reporters, and you know what? This was a press conference.
That's not the issue, Don.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's not the issue, Don. The issue is when she's reaching for him, which is what the video shows, he's got a right to push away. The pen is meaningless, number one. Number two, the Secret Service has already backed up his position here. And number three, the video is completely contradicts her original statement, which was she was being pulled to the ground, she almost fell down, this or that. It's never going to end up in a conviction.
It's not this or that.
Lisa wants to make this into a bigger deal. There isn't anything on that video. There isn't. I talked to 10 prosecutors today. They all laughed and said this is never going to get prosecuted.
Well, you've already said that people laughed, but the people in Florida, law enforcement, actually reviewed the record and arrested and charged him. Why? Because she didn't say this or that. She made a very clear statement. She didn't say, I fell to the ground. She said, I almost lost my balance. That's what she said, and that's not an overstatement. She's got a bruise on her arm, and listen, Trump and Lewandowski have come out, as they always do, particularly with women, and try to punish them, and try to demean them, and call them delusional, and make fun of them, and then when that doesn't work, they go to plan B and say, well, maybe somebody else attacked them.
Right.
And I think that's what
Lisa,
people are
whenever anything happens, I know, and Lisa, whenever anything happens, you always take refuge in the "it's an anti-woman" screed and do that whole thing. So I understand
every day
that
Donald
doesn't
Trump
have
makes an
anything to do
anti-woman
with
statement,
what the facts
today.
are here.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump's not on trial here. I'm not no Donald Trump supporter. I'm just telling you, 35 years of experience, there's nobody who's going to convict this guy based on that tape.
Okay, so listen, the reason I bring up the pen is because it was a writing instrument, and they said that she was posed. It was a threat that was posed to Donald Trump, right? It was being posed to Donald Trump because she grabbed him and she shouldn't have the pen, but reporters
She didn't grab him, though. That's an important distinction.
Okay, so then
if she did, what if he says she did?
But
it is a
crowded
press conference. Is there a scenario that would justify Lewandowski grabbing her arm and pulling her away? Is there any scenario that justifies that? Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, you have a pen right now. I don't feel the least bit threatened. And this is a press conference, and reporters are invited to come. And what she did is what reporters do at press conferences, but what Donald Trump and Lewandowski don't like, which is she walked alongside and she asked impertinent questions. She asked him a question about affirmative action, which he didn't like. Now, if he felt threatened, he was surrounded by Secret Service, who none of them jumped in to protect Donald Trump. I think that's very telling as to whether he was threatened. It is true because, again, there's a videotape. So you show me on the videotape, Mark Geragos, where Secret Service jumped in and got involved with Michelle Fields. Look,
Let
here
me
it is
tell
now.
you what's going to happen. They're going to enhance the tape. They're going to show the tape. There's never going to be a conviction. This is such a joke that but for presidential politics, the mother of the prosecutor hasn't been born. that would ever pursue this case. I don't know what was going through their mind when they filed this, but technically that tape shows just as much the reporter reaching for Trump's arm or elbow as it does the campaign manager pushing it off.
Okay.
And guess what? If she's reaching for his elbow, he's got an absolute right to push her off.
Okay, everybody stand by. We're going to continue this conversation. I'll let you respond, Lisa, when we come right back.
Okay.